Hello to this another little video, this time on the autorig that I mentioned before. I managed to go to a semi-final state, so sorry, the UI is ready, the modules are connected, and some presets are made, so I'm going to show you a little bit on that. So it's this button here. See, the UI is nothing fancy, it's just a few buttons. You can choose a preset from here. I made 4 until this point. Then we can specify the character name. The name here is not really important for the user, but the script needs it. So type anything here, doesn't matter what it is. Scene scale is like a relative scale for the controls. So if we have a character that is very big, we would increase this value. So in this example, I have a big character. So let me load this mesh here. I modeled this character a couple of weeks ago, but didn't showcase it because I didn't have time to rig it. But now with the autorigger, I'm going to have this character finished very soon. So, but now for testing, the preset for him I made this big here. Sorry. Then size I like 2 because he's roughly twice as large as normal human. Then hit load preset. If we view this in transparency X-ray, it loads a bunch of locators, different color coded for a little bit more of clarity. For example, blue is leg with this little buttock bone locator here, so we have a buttocks rig. And then this colors here is for the toes and fingers, and we have this dark purple for spine, and so on and so forth. Well, then you have the locators here, and you put them in place roughly where you want them to be. Some locators react to rotation. So, for example, this wrist locator has important rotation, so you need to orient this the way you want the wrist actually to be oriented. Also the finger base. The script will do its own job in continuing this orientation, so you just need to orient the base bones the way you want, and the script will try its best to maintain that up vector that we are defining. Yeah, also the breast base need also rotation. I'm rigging with my dynamic breast system this guy's breasts too, because I think having a little bit of control here on that sorry, might not be false. So also here, well, the other thing, all of these extra modules are variable. So if you don't want to have this breast rigged, we would just hide this base locator. And then the script just reads its visibility, sees, oh, it's off, the user don't want to rig it, and it's not rigging it. So, but here it's on. But for example, I use this here on the toes because, you know, this guy only has 4 toes. But we actually have 5. So here's pinky base. It's like that, but I just hide it, and then it's not going to be rigged. So when I'm satisfied with the positions, I just hit the rig button, nothing more. After a second, the rig's done, and pinky's gone, and everything works as expected. So, well, you know this rig very well from my other videos, so I'm not going to explain too much about this. It's basically the same rig as I showed in the last video that I made. Hopefully you've seen it. And yeah, that's it so far. So maybe let's just one more preset. We have, for example, here this child preset, one load preset. You can see it's much smaller, and everything is here. I just removed the breasts and buttocks. Maybe I'll leave the buttocks on because it does a good job in holding volume. But however, just to show, hit the rig button, and there again, it's rig build, super basic rig. Everything's there. And currently I'm working on some other tools to improve the quality of the rigs. So volume setup, where I just, for example, I can show you real quick. I learned this technique working at Axis, so I'm not going to dive into the mechanics of this, just show you how this looks. So for example, we have here this bone, then we define what axis we want to have volumized, increase this value here a little bit to show it, to have it visible better, and then I just hit this button, and then it creates some bones that are tied to the rotation, and if I rotate this, you can see the bones expand. And yeah, that's basically just it. So you can skin a little bit of weights to these bones to get more volume, better volume results, or also the fingers. I can select all of the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. I think that's it. Maybe reduce the offset a little bit because otherwise it would be too big. Leave this even at 1. Rig, and now it's there, so you can see if I rotate this, you can see these joints expand a little, and you can imagine how flexible we could work with skinning this actual character. So that's it for now. Very short video. So hopefully you like it, and yeah, shoot comments, and see you soon.